come here to speak about her own report. She can't say she doesn't know why we are calling her because there's no board anyway, maybe in camera and all those things. That's very disrespectful. We've got to register our exception to that. And I'm worried about a public protector that speaks in that manner. Already the question is, which public is she protecting if she's talking like that? It is in the interest of the public that she comes to Parliament and speak about the reports that this office has indicated. And finally, I think the debate about Thuli Madonsela was closed in the last meeting, which brings me, next time we must make minutes earlier. Discuss minutes and adopt so that members don't raise the issues that have been concluded. We debated thoroughly about the advocate Thuli Madonsela. I mean, it was extensive, and then we reached a conclusion. I don't think we must revisit that. Respectfully, I think members must subject themselves to the previous resolutions of other meetings. To that extent, I also want to, I think we're ready to proceed. Let's attack this interdict. It's not a big thing. I'm just worried, as I said, and I'm concluding here. I think you have done an excellent job to bring us to speed. Witnesses that are not available, tell them that there's more time, because majority of them, it's questions of time and out of the country. And people like Jimmy Matthews who are going around saying how morally upright they are, would really like to hear them. We're requesting, let them make themselves available. We're going to be extending time now because of the interdict, but we are appealing. Can they appeal? Can they cooperate with the chairperson and come and share with us so that we restore the reputation of the SABC? I think, chairperson, also there's a confusion. Maybe that we must clarify that the inquiry is about only, whether there is a board or not. Our mandate is very clear, is more than that in as far as the Parliament resolution is concerned. So it doesn't matter, even if this guy or this chairperson would resign today, it would not necessarily stop the interdict, because the remit is much bigger than inquiring whether this board at the moment can execute its duties in as far as quorum is concerned. I think we must be confident and proceed in that regard. Thank you.
Honorable Olivia, you're fine. You're the only, the two of you at the back, are you fine for now? Thank you very much. Many of the points that members raised are of a legal nature, and I'm sure the legal team will respond to them. Just in terms of the status of this meeting, Ma'am Khoza, from where I am sitting, that this is a preparatory meeting for the inquiry. And therefore, we are more than entitled to sit to bring everybody up to speed. The inquiry would have started at 2 o'clock. So this is a preparatory meeting, and I don't think that there is anything to worry about in that regard. Well, the in-camera matter, honorable members, I think we are all together. In principle, and in the spirit of what this Parliament stands for, everything will be held in a transparent manner. However, if there are compelling reasons for individuals, not institutions, for individuals, it will be incumbent on those individuals to give us those compelling reasons, and we'll come back to you and we will say to you, Mr. X is saying X, is it okay if we arrange for a in-camera meeting? So in principle, I think we're all on the same page, and we will go ahead and plan accordingly. Are we resigned to not getting those documents? Absolutely not, but the legal team will talk to that. From where I'm sitting, absolutely not. The point of Professor Maguve, indeed we put him at the very end because we wanted him to listen to everybody. He then chose to move it forward. Committee is saying to me, that's where it's going to remain. That's where it's going to remain. So as things stand now, I think he appears on this on Thursday the 7th. The 7th? I think it's Thursday the 7th, or Wednesday. I think it's the 7th, Wednesday the 7th. And that is what we had granted him. So members are saying to me that becomes what will happen. And indeed, of course, members, when it comes to members, Honorable Ntozi, I agree with you that we thought we'd give you an update as it is now. We will go on and pursue as best as possible all those that are either not available or unwilling because of fear of appearing in camera, and we will keep you up to date as the proceedings or as we negotiate those things. And that will then bring us back to the 38. But for now, if we had to start tomorrow, we've got more than enough that we can work with, even of those that have confirmed. So I'm hoping that members are up to speed and have addressed most of those issues that were of a political or of a committee nature. Can I hand over then to Parliament's legal to deal with all other matters legal and to also bring us up to speed in terms of where to from here?
Thank you, Chairperson. Good morning to members, colleagues, and visitors. I'm going to give a broad overview of where we're at and what's transpired over the last 2 days, and hopefully that would incorporate some of the answers, and where I don't, I will try to go to the outstanding questions. At about 8:30 yesterday morning, I was alerted to the fact that there was an attempt to serve documents on us, and these documents were emailed to various persons. We informed the attorney at just before 9 or at the earliest available time that in terms of Section 5 of the Powers, Privileges and Immunities of Parliament Act, service on Parliament must be requested and authorised by the Speaker or the acting Speaker. So effectively we were served at 12:34 after having expedited the authorisation from Speaker's office to accept service, because we cannot accept service in terms of the Act until we have the authorisation. So what we thought was humanly impossible, we actually achieved in a very short space of time. But we had to deploy multiple people to attend to this matter, because we still had to be in court at 10 o'clock to explain to the court that we had not received service. We also had to get counsel on board without the necessary authorisation in place. So I'm sure you can appreciate that it was quite a challenge and quite a risk for us to navigate all the challenges that we were faced with. We were in court at 10 o'clock. The court agreed to for the matter to stand down until the council agreed on timelines that were more reasonable, at which stage we then, in the meantime, received the authorization and could proceed with briefing council. So by 10 o'clock, we'd not yet briefed council. The gist of that timeline that was agreed to, which is now made an order of court, is that the matter will be heard on Friday, as the chairperson has already indicated. We losing the time between now and Friday, but we also hoping to get the judgment or the order as soon as possible after Friday. We can't guarantee when that will be, but of course we will seek and ask for an expedited order due to the nature of what still needs to be done by this committee.